153-86. I'm 2-0 on the season, and this is crazy because I'm not supposed to be winning these games. I swear to God, my lineup is not that good. But when it comes to fantasy, the first 2 weeks are kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get a lot of production that's not going to last. So you can sneak a couple of wins in week 1 or 2 if you don't have a really good lineup. And vice versa, if you lose the first 2 weeks, you can come back. I've seen guys start off 0-6 and make a strong run to the playoffs. So it's possible. So I'm not getting comfortable. I got these 2 wins. That's playing with house money for real, because my team is built to win at the end of the year. And starting off with the man, Lamar Jackson, did it again for me. People are sleeping on Lamar Jackson, you know what I'm saying? They saying he's a running back, he can't throw. But he looked good. I watched the game here and there against the Cardinals, and he was throwing some darts. He got an ugly release. It's like every throw is just an arrow, but he be getting it in there. He be getting it in there. I'm afraid of his throwing motion, but he be getting it in there. I'm surprised he don't have a lot more interceptions than what he got, because he be throwing it into some tight windows, but he looked good. He was running a lot too. I think he had like 125 rushing yards, something like that. Had a couple of touchdowns, 34.88 points. This is nuts because I picked Lamar Jackson in the 10th round. It's crazy. People was picking, like, Aaron Rodgers went in the 5th round, and Deshaun Watson and Baker Mayfield went like in the 6th round. It's crazy. People pick quarterbacks too early. That's the one thing you can't do. Pick a quarterback early, because you'll find some gems in the later rounds. And I found Lamar Jackson, and he's a quarterback, he's a running back, he's a fantasy player. That's what you want on fantasy football teams. There's a difference between fantasy NFL players that's good for fantasy and football players that are just good for NFL football. You got so many good NFL football players that I can't use on my fantasy team. But Lamar Jackson, he's a video game. He's Madden in real life. I'm old school, so he's Madden 93. He just get the ball, and he's going to make some points. Yeah, whether he's running or throwing. Man. And he don't really even have a lot of really stud receivers. He got Marquise Brown that's doing a good job, but he got a lot of tight ends, and I think he liked throwing it to tight ends because he's not really that accurate. So if you throw it to a tight end or a running back, they got a bigger body target you can aim for. He just throw it in, and his tight ends is doing a good job. I think he got Andrews. Andrews is shooting up the fantasy charts also. He would be a good pickup or a play if it got him. But Lamar Jackson, he is just having fun out there, man. You can tell his body language, man. He's just having fun. He clowning people. He like, yo, I thought I was a running back. Look at me now. You know what I'm saying? He is balling. He's the number one. He's the number one fantasy player in my league right now. Scoring is probably different. He's probably the number one fantasy player in most leagues. He's the number one. I mean, quarterbacks usually do be number one, so that ain't no real big surprise. Let's see if he keeps it up. Lamar Jackson. I love him. My second player is Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp did pretty good. He gave me 15.10 points. And Cooper Kupp could have had a bigger day, but he got stopped right at the goal line, probably like an inch from the goal line. But he looked good, man. That's a steal in the draft, man. I got him like in the 4th round. Got him back in the 4th round, and a lot of people was afraid because of that injury he had. But Cooper Kupp is a baller, man. I looked at his story, and he just a guy that work hard to get back. And I was kind of afraid to get him, but I knew if he was right, he'd be a stud. And I'm happy because he's my number one receiver right now because Tyreek Hill is on IR still. And, they're in the high-powered Rams offense, so you're going to get that volume. They can't double-team me in the slot. Can't double-team him because you got them outside receivers and you got running back that's stud in the backfield. So he gotta be one-on-one, and he gonna burn you if you one-on-one. And he's just one of them dudes that's just a football guy, man. He's both. He's a good fantasy player that gets you some points, and he's a good football player. And now we come to Will Fuller. I don't know what's going on with Will Fuller, man. Every time I turn on the TV and watch Will Fuller, he's catching a long pass, and he's looking good. But when I look at the points, there ain't no points coming. He ain't scoring no touchdowns. He don't get a lot of volume. He gave me 6 points. I don't know. I mean, even DeAndre Hopkins didn't have a good game, or Watson didn't have a good game either. So I don't know what happened. They played the Jacksonville Jaguars, which in the last couple of years have a good defense, but he was a disappointment, man. Just 6 points, that sucks. I think he's going to my bench, but it's like he's one of those players where you like, if I bench him, he's going to go off. I don't know what to do. Can't keep him in the lineup, man. I'm going to have to make a switch. And the next player is Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack, 7.3 points. That sucks. I ain't watched a lot of that game, but he got a lot of carries, though. I think he got over 20. So it's just one of them games, man. You just got to go with the flow. Indianapolis Colts got a good offensive line, so I think he'll bounce back. They played the Tennessee Titans, which have a pretty stout defense. I know they shut my Browns down week 1. So they got a pretty stout defense. I'm going to take that on the chin and keep on moving. But this next player, Miles Sanders, I'm not feeling Miles Sanders right now, man. I've been hearing a lot about this dude in the preseason. Miles Sanders gave me like 5.2 points. I think he got like 10 carries, maybe 1 catch. And I seen the game, and their offense just didn't look like it was flowing. And they lost the game to Atlanta. And if you know fantasy football, they say when you play Atlanta defense, you got to play the running back because they cannot watch the running back coming out of the backfield. That is just how it's been for the last 5+ years. Play your running backs against Atlanta. So I played my running back against Atlanta, Miles Sanders, and he gave me nothing. And not only that, he didn't really look good. He looked like him. I know he's a rookie, but he kind of looked like he was still a college player out there with them big boys. He looked small. It just looked like he wasn't comfortable. And Carson Wentz didn't really look like he was looking his way when he was trying to throw. And they was giving him the ball on them RPOs and 2 steps, and he got a wall of defenders coming at him. He couldn't get it loose. It was just bad. It was just sucked. I'm mad I played him, but this is what I drafted him for. I drafted him in the 5th round, and pretty much my whole team is surrounded by him breaking out, Miles Sanders. That's what I drafted my team for. That's why I drafted Travis Kelce in the 1st round. That's why I went with Tyreek Hill. It's surrounded by him, Miles Sanders, and he's not getting it done right now. But it's only week 2. I'm going to do one more week. I'm going to trust him one more week. And after that, I'm going to have to really seriously make some hard choices on Miles Sanders. Because, I mean, if you give me 5.2 points and you look good like he looked last week. Last week he had a touchdown call back. Last week he got loose a couple of times in the secondary, caught a nice pass. But this week, he just did not look good. He looked like a boy among men. Just bad. But I know the Philadelphia Eagles really like this guy. You know what I'm saying? They traded up to get him in the 2nd round. They don't usually pick running backs in the draft, but they went up and really snagged this guy. So I'm going to trust him, but it ain't feeling good. My next running back is David Montgomery. Pretty much the same story, but David Montgomery did a little better with 13.3 points. But I don't know. He kind of got lucky on a goal line touchdown. It was like 4 or 5 tries before he got in there. A couple of penalties, and they just kept feeding in the ball. But it's not really Montgomery all the way. It's the Chicago Bears offense that just don't look good. This their quarterback, Trubisky. I don't know. It's either the quarterback or the coach is not calling the plays to fit Trubisky. You know what I mean? So their offense don't even look good. It just looked bad. And Montgomery, he was running the ball pretty effectively. He's like a short yardage guy. You know, he got his moves was there. They targeted him out of the backfield a couple of times. He got loose a couple of times. I'm glad that touchdown really saved it for real. But this is another guy that I built my team around. I built my team around getting David Montgomery. But I paid a little price for Montgomery. I got him in the 3rd round. That's a little high for the production that I'm getting. But it's only week 2. You know what I'm saying? But he got the majority of the carries. You know what I'm saying? He got a majority of the carries. So hopefully this will keep going and he'll get better as the time go by. I hope. You see him kind of down talking about Montgomery like, I hope he gets better. David Montgomery, please get better. They gave him the volume, but the only thing I don't like about Montgomery is he's not fast. He don't have that breakaway speed. Like when he get a couple of yards free, he's not a burner. He's not gonna burn you. He's a guy he got all the moves, and he always fall forward. And you know, he got good instincts and good vision, but he's just not fast. Like the Chicago Bears put, what's that receiver name? They put the damn receiver in the backfield. I can't think of his name right now. And he ran for about 40 yards. You know what I'm saying? Dude, fast. That's what they're looking for. That's what David Montgomery need to be, but he just ain't got the speed. So I'm a little concerned about him, but I'm really concerned about Miles Sanders. My tight end, Travis Kelce, he's a stud. That's why I picked him first overall. Just nothing to say, 20 points. You in that Chiefs offense, and you a big boy like that, he's just a stud, man. That's why I got him. Like, your first round pick, you got to be safe. You got to be a stud. That's why I went with Travis Kelce. I passed up a lot of other people. I passed up on, like, Julio and Dalvin Cook, Odell Beckham. I let them go. Like, nah. Pass up on Le'Veon Bell. Like, let them go. I want Travis Kelce. That's the centerpiece of my team. And that's what he's been. You know, 20 points. Last week he only had 10, but as long as you got that tight end that's rock solid, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have more points at the tight end position more times than not when I play. Give me that advantage. That's what he is. The kicker, Atlanta kicker, 8 points. I got an IDP, Deion Jones, 6.5 points. But last week, off the waiver wire, I picked up New England Patriots defense. Was probably the slickest play because they gave me 37 points. And that's big, man. That's like, I have to do little stuff like that because my team is not that good. My team is okay, but compared to everybody else's team, my team is like got the worst roster. So I gotta do little stuff like get the best defense matchup. And this week it was New England. So I plugged them in. I passed up on a lot of other good waiver wire ads to get New England defense because I knew they was gonna give me about 20 points. I thought they was gonna give me about 20 points, but they gave me 37. That is what's up. I'm 2-0. That's crazy. I love it. Today is Tuesday. Waiver wire waiver wire day. I'm not gonna put no claim in. I'm number 10 waiver this week. I'm not even gonna put no claim in. I'm just gonna wait for the waivers to run out and pick what's left. And I'm gonna see. Hopefully I get a running back because my bench. Check out my bench. I got Robbie Anderson, Jamison Crowder, Curtis Samuel, John Ross, DK Metcalf. All receivers. I need a running back. I don't know which running back I'm gonna get, but we're gonna see. And I think I'm gonna take Fuller out, put in DK Metcalf. I'm gonna cut Robbie Anderson, cut Jamison Crowder. They gone because they quarterback just got mono. Sam Darnold got mono. They on their third quarterback, man. I can't. There's too many receivers on the waiver wire. I can't afford to hold these guys. I'm only in the 5. It's only 5 spots on the waiver wire, so I gotta cut them. For anybody that's out there, if you got any fantasy football questions, what I'm saying, I would love to hear them. I help you out as much as possible. What I'm saying, leave a comment with your question, your lineup, whatever. And I'll even do a video on it. Thanks for watching. I got 1 new subscriber. I'm happy. This videos is pretty much for me, but if anybody out there listening got questions, I'd love to hear it. That's all I do is just fantasy football right now. Every day, got the earpieces on. I'm listening to waiver wire pickups and listening to who did what, because there's too many games that you can watch. I can't watch all the games, so I need these so-called experts to tell me, all right, this happened, you got to pick up these people. So I got a lot of knowledge, but just on this video, I'm just going to focus in on my team because, that's a full-time job going through every game, every waiver wire pickup. That's a lot. But, my team is good. I'm not going to stop coaching. I'm going to keep on looking for people to pick up and keep on looking for ways to improve. I'm looking at a kicker now. I'm trying to find who's the best kicker, and I need to find who's the best defensive player to grab off the waiver wire. I already got pretty much the best defense, so I'm going to just keep New England. New England defense got a really good schedule, and they got a really nice defense. And Bill Belichick, they is so smart. So they know how to match up against their opponents. And they got me 37 points. So pretty much whoever plays Miami, I'm going to try to get their defense, or I'll stick with New England. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like it, comment. Bye.